new season of NFL football is here, and we're off in 2023 on EA Sports. And this will be our first chance in the new season to see the new fair catch rule for 2023. And this will come out to the 25-yard line. Here's a quick throw out wide. It's McLaurin. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage. First and 10 at the 45-yard line. Now here's a timeout defensively coming from the Cardinals. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. The first carry for the Memphis man, Antonio Gibson. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. So what an exciting time here in this great American city. When you looked at the most likely places for a relocated team to move to, thought about London, Mexico City, maybe St. Louis, San Diego. But no, the decision was made. This is the place this ownership group wanted to move the team to. And if the early returns are any indication, they made the right call. What a scene. We're just shy of midfield. Here's a second down and 6. Go. Here's Gibson on the read option. And he'll get it down here to the 43. 7 yards there and a first down.
That was a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
They'll throw on first down. Here's Howell. Steps away to his left. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. A give up the middle to Gibson. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. He'll get 3, but it leaves him with a big hole here on 3rd and very long. Let's go now. And Howell will throw it. He's got his target. That's complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. 1st and 10 at the 23-yard line. Hey, smash, Straight ahead, Gibson. And a short gain here, down to the 22. Stopped by Garrett Williams.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
On second down, a run with Gibson. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
Not a big run, not an explosive run, but they've held the ball for plenty of plays on this drive. They're just trying to impose their will on the defense right now.
Play number 9 now on this pretty long opening drive, but this is third down. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. Powell throwing on third down here. Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there. There he goes left side. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line.
And that felt like a little extra pressure on that third down attempt, and their mistake cost them points because they're inside the red zone. So you know you've got at least a field goal waiting for you. And in this case, they end up with nothing.
After the turnover, here's Murray. Over the middle, complete. It's Conner. Touchdown, Cardinals. James Conner, 42 yards. And the Cards are on the board here first in the season opener. Extra point good by Prater. And it's now a 7-0 game.
Cardinals 7, Commanders nothing. Prater to kick off for Arizona.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. This will be returned from deep in the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And one of the things we like to hit on every year are the new rule changes. And we got a few for 2023. A lot are procedural, having to do with deadlines and roster construction and such. But the two kind of caught my eye, Charles. One is the option to fair catch a kickoff and have it come out to the 25 like it does in college. You like that?
I don't like it at all. I don't like it in college. I don't like it in the NFL. I want to have something different. And I really wanted the special teams coaches to be a little bit more involved. But I do understand why the league is doing it. They believe it promotes safety, and it's hard to argue against that.
What about, this is the other one, guys can now wear the number 0. We've already seen some make the switch, Calvin Ridley, DeAndre Swift, Braxton Berrios, amongst others.
Yeah, and you know something? When you see those guys make that move, I don't mind that at all right? A little more expressionism for these guys. I love it. I just think we didn't go far enough. What about double 0? Like Jim Otto used to wear or Kenny Burrow used to wear. Let's add that back to the NFL jerseys.
Second and 10. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Out route looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter down, it's our home team with possession as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. Powell escaping the pressure right. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked up by Marco Wilson. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Perfect start to the season on their first drive last time out, able to find the end zone. Now we'll see if they can make it 2 for 2 here in week 1. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. That's good for 28 yards. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now the veteran workhorse. Here's James Conner. And he stopped immediately there. Tackle made by Chase Young. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle. That's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends. They're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. That's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up. Converged on his man and broke the play up.
He's going deep for Brown. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Now that's a good bounce back after giving up a touchdown on the opening drive. Just 1 first down permitted and then out. Obviously no loss of confidence with that defense, and now they get to turn it back to their offense.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away.
The Commanders take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week? That's the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with it. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10. On 1st down, right back to Gibson. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
Consecutive positive runs for him on the last 2 snaps. He certainly appears to be trying to put the offense on his back and just move them down the field, but his number is called. The way he's running it, I keep going back to him.
Line of scrimmage, the 43 on 2nd and 4. With a play fake, and now here's how to throw it. He'll buy some time right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing to no one here. He throws it away, and now it's 3rd.
But there's an incompletion, partner, and the struggles through the air continue because so far their lack of passing production has led to a lack of points.
This offense so far on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Now Howell. The Cards get to him here. He's brought down for a sack. Zaven Collins gets in there to drop him for a loss of 13 yards, and it's also 4th down now. And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. On the return, Dortch. So a solid punt, but also a nice return there of 14 yards. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
Shotgun now for Murray. And a big loss here as he's taken down. No surprise there. Chase Young wrecks that play with a sack.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
He'll get that one complete to Connor. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. A heck of a play there on third down, but amazingly, they're still short for fourth.
Yeah, big play there. And when you have a running back that you can use like a wide receiver, when he has that kind of versatility, you do as they did there. Get him out of the backfield and give those defensive backs something else to worry about.
Now on fourth down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Taken in at the 11. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. The defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. Now the Commanders going to burn the second of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
Let's go.
Throwing here, Howell. Going right back to Dodson. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 11 yards there, 1st down.
That connection seemed to work out okay on the first play of the drive. Why not go right back to it? And once again, this defense is left without an answer as they surrender back-to-back 1st downs.
Howell's thrown into the hands of McLaurin. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. The end result, 21 yards.
The man they call Scary Terry remains one of the best at taking the lid off of a defense. Not only a top 10 season in terms of yards, but he averaged over 15 a catch and was named to his long overdue first Pro Bowl.
And once more, Howell back to the air. And this is incomplete. Very lucky to get that one back. That nearly picked. It's 2nd down now.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game. It has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another 1st down.
2nd down, Howell back to pass. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
But this is a half where not just the coverage, but the entire defense is setting the tone in this game.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Howell looking to throw again. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
Maybe a moral victory of sorts. They're on the board here late in the 1st half, but this offense just hasn't looked that sharp.
Yeah, but at least they got the 3 points, right? At least they have something to, quote-unquote, hang their hats on and maybe feel a little bit better about themselves as they head to the half.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And just inside of a minute left, Charles. They got a pretty long field ahead of them. I'm curious to see how they play this, but you would think definitely enough time to at least try to get 3 out of this.
Yeah, you want to move with a nice sense of pace. You want to up the tempo a little bit, but you have to do it with some poise as well. You don't want to go so fast that you hurry yourself into mistakes. There's enough time to put points on the board if they do it right.
And even though they have the lead, you know that they would love to extend this lead before heading to the locker room.
Big A's open, Big A's open. Let's go, let's go, let's go.
Throwing on 1st down is Murray. He's going to look deep down the field. And this is incomplete. Oh, he had 6 points right in his hands, but could not hang on.
Well, they've had success getting the ball to him out of the backfield, but this time they had a man right on him. He was able to break that play up before he could get started.
And Wilson with it, complete. Touchdown, Cardinals. Michael Wilson, his first NFL reception, goes for 6. And the Cardinals will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
The kick is good.
Prater for the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11.
Commanders 3. Matt Prater to kick off for Arizona.
And after the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation. And
for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Garrett Williams. And he's given his guys a shot for late points as they will take over in range for a field goal or maybe more. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. See if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30.
First and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. This offense set to begin the third quarter, and Charles, if they had a checklist of things they wanted to accomplish in the first half, certainly at the top of that list would be having the lead, and they've got that here.
That's always the most important box to check, isn't it? But also, they've had some success in their passing game, so probably an empty box, establishing the run. They're on pace for fewer than 100 yards in this one, so now they want to make sure that they get that going so they truly have a control in this ball game, and down the stretch, being able to be balanced, either throw it or run it, and try and win this ball game.
On second down, Connor looking for space, and only able to get 2 here, stopped at the 30.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down, then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
Murray fighting, lost the football. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. Well, CD, that's one of those plays you put a mark by. I mean, that could be a big momentum swing here on the opening drive of the third quarter.
Yeah, we may have to revisit it, right? Because if that drive ends up in the end zone, they're sitting pretty at that point. Now, instead, it's a 2
score game, that's a chance to tighten up considerably.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. They'll go again with Gibson. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Here's Howell. Over the middle, brought in by Dotson. It'll be a gain of just a yard, and that'll bring up 4th down. Field goal unit and Joey Sly now. He made his first, this from 47 yards out. Sly able to put this one through. So kind of disappointing there. I mean, yes, they get the 3, but with starting field position like that, 3's not what you're banking on.
No, and you just have to wonder if you can afford to let chances like that continue to pass you by. You've got to find ways to get the ball into the end zone and put 6s on the scoreboard.
And a touchback as Dortch elects not to return it. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal? And they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive. A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown. But they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach would be ecstatic to see them pick themselves.
Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Quan Martin. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line.
Intercepted. The Commanders take over 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Gibson. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the pass. But in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right, it might go to them in this game.
I like that. MVU. Well done.
Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's 2nd and 6.
Check Bobcat. Check Bobcat. Street. Ready.
A handoff running left is Gibson. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up. Continues to be a struggle for this offense and this home crowd. They're growing a little restless here in the second half.
And I think they've just got to look at how they're trying to move the football. Yeah, you want to run it, but maybe you spread it out, maybe some swing passes that can take the place of runs and give you a little more space.
And he's going to have a Commanders 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 11-yard line.
Head to 60. 79 Broncos.
They'll go play action. Howell dancing to his left. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. He couldn't get rid of it. He winds up losing a yard. It's 2nd down. Well, this offense has already been forced to settle for field goals on their drives earlier, so this is not a welcome sign here.
Indeed, it is not, and they certainly hope it's not a sign for the entire game because they know they've got to be able to sustain drives all the way through. Pick up those guys rushing the quarterback and give himself a chance.
And able to get him inside the 5 here, just inside the 5 to about the 4. 8 yards there on the carry, and now they're left with a much more manageable 3rd and 3. Robinson will try to pick it up. And this is only going to be a gain of 2. He needed 3. It's 4th and 1.
A gain of 2 on the play. Brings up 4th and 1.
I go.
Oh, and now movement and a whistle, and they may have to rethink their plans on 4th down. Field goal unit and Joey Sly now. From the left hash, a chip shot here. Sly able to put this one through, and that'll get the lead down to 5. Well, the 3 points certainly helps, but you feel like, Charles, at this stage of the game, when you force those turnovers, you need to start converting them into touchdowns.
Yeah, I'm a little bit surprised myself because I thought in this situation, they were thinking end zone or bust. Now they got to rely on their defense, get the ball back again for another opportunity to get 6 points.
Now Greg Dortch going to bring it out of the end zone. And he returns this to the 22. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. The last drive for this offense, Charles, you remember it ended in one play, that quick interception, but they do still have the lead as they start this drive here.
And that's something to focus on for them as well, because it's not quite no harm, no foul, but the interception, hey, shake it off, move on. Hasn't cost your team the lead, and now it's time to rebound. And the quarterback and his teammates, they can add to the lead with a good drive here.
Now, meanwhile, a final play here is incomplete, and that's going to take us to the end of the third quarter of play. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Here's 2nd and 10. Murray a give. This is Connor. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Here's Murray. And this is going to be incomplete. Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the 1st there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that they pick up a 1st down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead.
70 Rangers, 70 Rangers. Trap 60, trap 60.
Powell to the air on 1st and 10. He'll dump that off to Gibson, complete. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down. From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. Powell down to throw it. They'll set up the screen for Gibson. Give him 6 on the screen, but now it's 3rd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And he's going to have a Commanders 1st down, I do believe. Yes, he's got it by about a yard there on 3rd and 3.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. 1st down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
I'll tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to be a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
And once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up, 2nd and 10. Howell, he'll look to throw it. And the pressure will bring him down here. The Cardinals get home for the sack. Multiple defenders getting home there for a loss of 11.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback, he's not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, and a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. All 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning. Here's 1st and 10. Gibson here running out of the gun. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. 2nd down, 8 yards to go. Back to throw, Howell. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
They took a big shot there for the end zone, and if he finds a way to come up with it, that might be your game winner. But it was not to be. The coverage was good, and it winds up incomplete.
Well, this one's had a season's worth of thrills already, and it's still week 1. Here's 3rd down now. Here's Howell. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. Down the left sideline. And they will score. It's a pick 6 for the Cardinals touchdown. But just to add that to the list of great moments for this defense today, they've really shredded that game plan on the other side all 4 quarters. And, Charles, that pick 6, that's kind of the cherry on top.
Yeah, they did it, and I feel like I'm quoting a bad movie line, but they did it together, didn't they? Fed off of each other. Every big play they made, every tackle, every pick, everything they've done. They continually built energy in this one. And how about him culminating with a pick 6?
He will return this from deep in the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
This is 1st and 10. Howell to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their...
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Back to throw it, Murray. Oh, the Commanders are going to get there as he's taken down. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
Go on, Hurt. What you got? 2-2.
Connor up the middle. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. He's going to use the second of their timeouts as it comes with 1:15 left to go in the second half.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Let's go.
Murray with a 3rd and long. He's going to look deep for more. It's caught at the 10. Touchdown, Cardinals. Rondale Moore, 55 yards. And the Cardinals are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their 4th quarter lead. Extra point good by Prater, and that will make this a 19-point game.
28, Commanders 9.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. Now this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
On the ready.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And whatever promise they showed in the preseason has not translated into week 1 because they have not been particularly competitive here at home, no less. So these fans just kind of beside themselves right now.
And that's another play that's painted a picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
7 Pirates. 7 Pirates. Ready.
Powell, another throw on second down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Warriors 70. Cup 19. Cup 19. 79 Bronco.
Powell throwing on 3rd down here. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him, and after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
The decision made for them. They've got to go. It's 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Oh, hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Cardinals will now take over with excellent field position.
2-2. 2-2.
Murray's going to look to throw this thing. Throw left side to Higgins. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. Second down and a little more than a yard here. The pitch goes to Connor. And he is going to lose yardage here. 3rd down just got a lot tougher. That will officially go as a loss of 7. The CD always a little